All right, what's up, y'all? We got a quick one for today. What day is today? The 12th of January, Monday. I'm sick, but we'll try and make this quick. I don't know if you guys can hear my voice, but today, at first, we'll just start with a top-down analysis of today, what I saw. I did have an initial thought of the daily bias, and then I kind of changed. As well as I don't know if you guys saw ICT's live stream. He did do that. Today's the 12th, right? Yeah. Okay. He did do that today. It was actually amazing. If you guys watched that, you could have caught a move if you got in early in the live stream. But initial bias was short. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't know why, but we'll start fresh. Imagine we're in a fresh new day. Long bias, suspension block. Mark it out for you guys real quick. And there's two volume imbalances on both sides of the candle. So here we have the suspension block. We've been tagging in it, so we're looking to go bullish. I was looking to look at these price to hit these highs up here, take out the buy side liquidity here. We didn't do that, as well as take out this volume imbalance in here. That was my initial, or we'll say my initial, but that was my initial thought. Take out these highs. We also have a fair value gap within here that hasn't been touched yet, and the volume imbalance you can see here. Price tagged it once, came back again. We'll go down to the 4 hour. Same thing here is when we start to note our SMTs. So we had a bullish SMT in here. We took it on the S&P, we didn't take it on the NASDAQ, as well as this entire range of this fair value up to hit, as well as this inverse, and we had the previous day high here as well, and we created relative equal highs here as well, so that was an important level of liquidity to draw to. And then that's what we saw in the 4 hour. We'll go down to the 1 hour. Same thing here. We have the hourly SMT, which I love hourly SMTs. Higher time frame, obviously, 4 hour, amazing, but today was really good on the hourly. So we had this hourly SMT, same thing here. Took it on the S&P. We had the relative equal highs here, as you guys can see. So it's still holding strong in there. And as you can see, we did hit it within the day. So we have a fair value gap in here. There's a couple times you could have entered today. There could have been we could have entered on this inverse fair value gap, or I'll show you lower on the lower time frames where you guys could have entered there as well. But hourly, we got these fair value gaps to hit, as well as this buy side liquidity up here to hit as well. Could have entered on this inverse. We'll mark it out here for you guys. I'll just make this green. There we go, so you guys can see. Go down to the 15 minute. Same thing here. Now we gotta start moving my chart over. Okay. It's the SMT, right? No. That was a different one. Okay. Or no, it was that one. Okay. Same thing here. 15 minute. 15 minute here. You can see here 15 minute SMT. Again, taking on the S&P, not taking on the NASDAQ. 15 minute inversion candle here. We inverse this one at 3:15. Am I looking in the afternoon? No, I'm looking in the morning. Okay. I'm tweaking, I don't know why. But inversion of this gap in here. This would have been a nice pre-market to take. Very pre-market, as you can see. We didn't inverse it until 6 a.m. But that could have given more confirmation to be for a bullish bias. So we have inversion of the fair value gap. Again, fair value gaps to hit. Could have entered here later in the move on this inverse fair value gap. And as well as we have a high here to take. Asia session high. Where was it? Right here, Asia session high. As well as this high up here, previous day high. So that's what we noted on the 15 minute. Go down. Let me mark out. I didn't mark out the inversion. Okay. Go down to the 5 minute. And if you guys see this, I forgot this tool is called. This thing to mark out the price, the Fibonacci tool. This is just the regular trading hours So we'll go here, and that is not, that's on the 15 minute. On the 1 minute it's different, or this is the 5 minute, but on the 1 minute it's different. The regular trading hours was this entire range, so I was looking for us to fill this entire range as well on the for the regular trading hours, and I'll show you guys that on the lower time frames. On the 5 minute, this is where we could enter it in the morning. We have a couple equal lows in here, 1, 2, 3, and a million within this. So just the sweep of this liquidity, we could enter it, as well as we had this 5 minute volume imbalance. 7 o'clock is at macro time, so makes it, you know, more important. But liquidity sweep, little internal liquidity sweep, and then we had this fair value gap that we tagged, respected it, and then we would have entered, you know, on the entry of the fair value gap. So we could have entered, I hope this is on long position. Yep. Okay. Could have entered here. Stop loss right below the fair value gap of the wick, and then TP. Honestly, anywhere you wanted to put it today would have been nice. You could have made, you know, quick profit here, 50% in the regular trading hours, as well as you could have taken the entirety of the high, left some runners. 19 to 1 ratio of profit is insane. But we noted that in there. This is the line for the inversion gap. I'll make that one green. So you can see here we have these gaps in here. Green gap, inversion of these 5 minute gaps. We could have entered long right on that. And then if we, so as soon as we inverse the gap, we could have entered long. So we could have entered long on that. On this leg of the candle right here, would have had to weather a little bit for the stop loss, but, or we could have also entered within tagging this 5 minute gap. Go down to the 1 minute. A lot of scrolling here. Okay, so now we'll show you guys the regular trading hours, and it's this again. Okay, so here we go with the regular trading hours. So we have this entirety of the gap from the top of it to the bottom, looking to take the entire range of the gap. So that's one way that we could have noted. Go back to extended trading hours, and then I gotta do this again. Okay, let's go. All right, we're back to normal. Okay, so we see here a bunch of equal lows. Haven't, oh, we have, yeah, we have. Okay, 1 minute gap, tagged the lows, came in here, swept the low, as well as tagging the fair value gap on the 1 minute time frame. Could have entered within there. I'll show you guys again. Entered on the beginning, or you could enter on the sweep. Let's say we entered on the sweep of liquidity. Lower stop loss right below the gap. The wick of the gap, we'll say it's about right there. Then TP, beginning of the regular trading hours, 25% level, 50% level. And then we have all this up in here, 75, and so on and so forth. And we have the highs that I showed you guys as well earlier. So that's what we noticed on the daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute. So again, SMTs, fair value gaps, previous day high, Asia session high. So spots of liquidity, why the market wants to move, where it wants to move. So that's kind of, that was the drawn liquidity for today. As you guys can see, we did hit, so it was a pretty good trading day as well. So again, 1 minute, we had that fair value gap. Inversion of the gaps, there was really nowhere to enter, you know, coming back, retracing into these fair value gaps. I assume there was, you know, an inversion on one of these gaps here as well. It's gonna be a while to find it. Yeah, so we had this gap in here, we inversed, could enter on this one as well, but you know, we got to weather for our stop loss. So, but yeah, that was a quick one today. Showed you guys the entry on the 1 minute. I unfortunately didn't take that trade. I mean, the ICT live stream from this morning did help me to see this. I did notice the SMT, I did notice the fair value gaps, I did notice the previous day high. My bias was bearish at first, but then after watching ICT, it kind of, you know, changed my decision on with the regular trading hours. And again, just seeing exactly what I saw and having, an opinion from the person who taught us his own strategy, the guy that created it. So again, today was a great day to trade. Could have took this entire move. 10 contracts is from here. 722. We'll just go to the top of the regular trading hours. That's a 200 tick move in about an hour, which is insane. So if you guys caught this move, that's great for you guys, but unfortunately we didn't catch this move. Another entry spot, fair value gap, but you guys know that by now. So but yeah, today was a pretty good trading day. Excited for tomorrow. I know this is a late video, but I did trade Asia session as well. I'll show you guys real quick profit, $200. I did enter on this short move here just to tag this hourly gap, and now this looks like a great longing area. So if I wasn't making this video, this would have been a great area to long in. But let me actually see if I can enter long in here for you guys. Let me go to the hourly. Let's see, we tag the gap. We have that hourly gap in there. 15-minute, it's looking good. 5-minute, we do have inversions of some gaps. So actually, let me
order filled.
Market by 5, just so I can show you guys. And then we'll enter. This is no TP. $100 TP. I'll make a quick 150. I know I could have done better on this, but that's okay. Hold on the 5-minute. See if we have any important price levels. 255 TP. Move it down to 167. 15-minute. Same thing. Entry of the 15-minute. Beginning of the hourly fair value gap. So we're gonna weather this storm in here on these gaps. If we do come down and tag these gaps, I'm gonna re-enter again if I do end up getting stopped out. But for now, we're just gonna see if we can hit TP here, 167. It's not too much, but 167 profit is better than 0 profit. So, and I know the risk to reward is pretty horrible. I mean, I know people say 2-to-1 ratio or at least 1-to-1, but I just want to catch this quick leg up in here. I'll move TP down to about 110 just to see if we can catch this move. If we enter in these fair value gaps, I'm gonna enter again. If not, no big deal. I'll put a limit buy in here just in case we get stopped out. So we're looking to catch this move, get stopped out, we'll get bought again in this fair value gap, and then same thing. Stop loss right below the low, and then we'll enter, or we'll TP right at this gap in here. So I'm gonna get back to you guys. We'll see how this trade goes. So I'm gonna cut the video now and then I'll edit it, and then you guys will see how the trade went. So we'll leave this here for a couple seconds just to see what happens after this candle, and then we'll move on. Then we'll do that quick edit. So let's see, going back up again, did tag this fair value gap in here. The market structure shift, fair value gaps. Let me mark the 50% of the range, and then let's see, now we'll edit the video for you guys. Okay, 50% of the range is right in this gap. Okay. Alright guys, so we'll be back and I'll let you guys know how we did on this trade. Alright, just a quick update. Entered 5 more contracts, moved stop loss right below this fair value gap in here. I entered after we inversed this fair value gap in here. Move TP just a little bit lower to 300 TP, 260 stop loss. This green line here is the 50% level of this range in here as well. So what I'm looking for is, obviously hit TP first. If not, come back down. It's fine if we hit stop loss. and then looking to re-enter here on this 50% of the range to hit this hourly fair value gap in here, then to go down. So that's just a quick thought process. So that's a quick update. We'll come back to you guys again in a few minutes when either we hit stop loss enter again or we hit full TP. So we'll be back. All right, y'all, we're back. I was rushing to start recording here in the OBS. Might get out at 250 profit if I see it enter 250 again. We did shoot up here into the 305. We did create this fair value gap in here, so this does look nice. So it might actually hit full TP right here. If I see 250, I'm gonna get out and just be happy with 250. I'll move my stop loss, my TP down actually. 265, 255, 250, there we go. So let's see if we can hit 250 TP before we come down to that fair value gap again. That'd be really nice if we can hit the 250 TP right now. Yep, there we go. Uh-oh, we're like wicking it right now. I think this is the first live trade I've taken on my YouTube account, so well, I hope it's a good one. So first one, I hope it's a decent one. It was a quick move, but nothing too crazy. Going back down, we're gonna weather the storm for this fair value gap in here. Move my stop loss right above the fair value gap. And then again, I still have that limit buy in there just in case we do come back down in there and stop me out. But we're looking for this 250 TP. Let's see if we've taken any highs yet. We took this little high in here. I want to see us come back down and hit this one up in here before we do any kind of retracement. There we go. 10 bucks, 20 bucks. And that is wow, that was insane. No way. We wicked the TP perfectly. There we go. Made me nervous. First trade on YouTube, live trade on, well, it's not live, I'm not live streaming, but first trade you guys seen me take on YouTube. It's kind of nerve-wracking, but let's see if we can hit TP. We're hovering around it. Wow, wick TP. Literally to the cent. What's the high on this candle? The high is where my TP was, so it should have stopped me out, but or taking me out of the trade, but not yet. We're coming back down, tagging this fair value gap. So nothing too bad to worry about right now. There we go. We tagged the fair value gap. Let's see if we can go back up and hit our TP. So I don't want to see it close below the 50% level of this fair value gap. And that kind of tells me that, you know, we're aiming down here for the 50% level of the range. So let's hold this in here. We'll mark out the 50% level of the gap. I'll do the orange, and I'll do this one with the orange one as well, just so you guys can see the color difference. Coming back down, nothing to worry about yet. 5 minute, still holding strong. 3 minute, 2 minute. We'll go to the 5 minute again. So we have that candle closure. Limit buys there, so that's good. So we're still here. I'll come back to you guys. We'll see what we do. So again, it's like my 10th edit of this video, so never edited a video either, so that'll be a good amount of work for me. So, but we'll be back with this for you guys. Okay, guys, like my 5th time back, but we just hit full TP with this candle in here. So I'll just review this trade really quick. As we can see here as well. I'll keep that there actually. So in here, hourly, we'll move to the hourly quickly. Tag the hourly FVG as well as where this inverse was. So that was a good level of price to hit. And then I noticed 15-minute, we didn't do it, but I should have noticed, but that's fine. Okay. On the 5-minute, we're here. Fair value gap, inversion of the first one, inversion of the second one. We had a lot of displacement to inverse those gaps. Now we move down to the 1-minute time frame. Again in here, a lot of displacement, inversion of the gap in here. Then we had the market structure shift after this high in here. I could have done this one, but just to be a little more safe, I decided to think of this one as being the market structure shift, as well as we have these relative equal highs in here as well. So a lot of displacement above those kind of shows us that we want to go higher in price. So we had that. No entry in here. I think these were just breakaway gaps. And then in here we could have entered on the inversion. I did enter. I forgot what price I entered at, but you guys saw it on my screen. We came back up. 1-minute fair value gap. Perfectly wicked the 50% of the gap before it went up. Had another fair value gap in here. Tagged it, went up, TP, and then let's see what price wants to do here. Whether we want to drop back down in this fair value gap, if we're just going to hit this one and go up, or if we want to come back through the entire range and fill these imbalances in here and go up to this hourly gap. But not a bad trade. It was quick profit. The bias is still short for this session, for the Asia session, just to fill these gaps in here, as well as, you know, we have the rest of the gaps down as well, like this hourly in here. But yeah, not a bad trade. So we're gonna edit this video. It's gonna take me, I don't know how long to edit it, but that's not a big deal. So, but yeah, I don't know my thing went, but that was a live trade for you guys, as well as we had the daily recap of the AM session. So hopefully that video was helpful and showed you guys a bit, kind of help you understand. I'm still learning, so still good for me to make these videos in journal. So, but other than that, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.